Hello and welcome to Take This TV, the television book club podcast where each week we talk about an episode or two of our favorite shows with our friends in the fandom. That's you. Welcome. I'm Carmen and I'm joined as always by the amazing Kimberly Woods. Hello.
Hey, hot potatoes.
This season, we are watching Dark Matter.
And today we are on episode 7.
If you haven't seen it yet, be sure to pause and go back and watch it because there will be spoilers.
Yes. Oh, so this was another amazing trip. We got to see a fun little date between Amanda and our Jason in her perfect, empathetic world.
Oh my gosh.
And I love that moment so much. And Amanda just seemed like the perfect woman, totally understanding, buying him a suit, planning this romantic dinner. What did you think of that, Carmen?
It was so sweet. Also, like the like idyllic world that they were in, I was like, I kind of want to live there. And I thought that Amanda I'm glad that she had this happy ending because before she thought she was worldless after she met Blair, who told her that she was worldless. And I figured that she was going to say goodbye to Jason. Like, it felt like, oh, this is a sweet day, but it also kind of felt like a breakup dinner.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man, it's so bittersweet.
Yeah. I'm glad we got this moment with her, too, because for a while it feels like she's been floating kind of secondary to Jason's needs and wants. So it was nice that this was her, like, going for what she wanted, which was like, I want to be settled down. If you want to join me, I'd like you to, but if not, I understand. Good luck.
Yeah. I did love their goodbye kiss. Yeah. I thought that was really sweet.
It was really sweet.
Yeah.
And it was on top of the Obama building.
Yes, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole, like, world that they were in, it seemed like really similar to sort of a perfect future world, like where evil Jason took Ryan to.
Mm-hmm.
Normal Ryan? We haven't really come up with names for Ryan.
Yeah.
There's been like 4 different Ryans. So
yeah,
like,
our original Ryan.
Original Ryan. Yeah. So I wonder if he's there also with Amanda, but I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. That one had like the Northern Lights sort of thing, right?
Oh, that's right. Well, because we saw there was a shot of the world at night when Ryan got left there, and then there were the Northern Lights.
You know, I don't think so. Just because I'm going to say that our Amanda, like the empathy and the world that she would imagine would be different from evil Jason.
That's a good point. Because if it was like if it's like based on whoever's in the box,
yeah,
then it definitely seems like she would come up with something that's way better.
Yeah.
Especially after how he was acting in this episode. He was just absolutely like being so rude and crazy to everybody.
Yeah. And also like going back for a second just to Amanda landing in this world, like she seems to have mastered pretty much like driving the bus after day 29, because it's like day 29 for them. And also I love what she says, which I feel like is a theme of this show a little bit in a way, about like no world is ever going to be perfect. Like we just have to make the most of, whatever we have. And so then that rubs off on Jason when he's like trying to do his final attempt, only one vial left. And talking about how like he likes the imperfections of the life that he's writing about.
Yeah.
To try to get back to it.
He finally starts to emotionally connect and express what he really wants.
Yeah.
Which I feel like he could have gotten there in that moment where he was thinking about his son Max, who passed away, but it wasn't the right time. And so
also I feel like it should be a whole full journal. like going through I know he was like talking about when he first met Daniela and what that felt like, but I feel like by the time you're done, like to be certain, it should be like all of those core memories, like we were talking about, and also getting together, on the anniversary of their son's death, and the way that feels. Like it should be like multiple core memories, like pages and pages of
A journal. Their whole love
Feel
story
it.
written out. Yeah. I'm glad he finally made it back home. I mean, when they started to like tell us that they were running out of the capsules or the orbs or whatever, I was like, oh, they're gonna wait till it gets to the last one. But um I was at
Yeah.
first like I was like, oh, is he not gonna make it home? But I'm glad that he did.
Yeah, I'm glad that he did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think about evil Jason sort of like snapping at Amanda in the therapist's office?
I was so happy that she stood up to him and was like, you leave right now.
Yeah.
But I kind of liked, like, for us as the audience, that we got a little bit more insight into Amanda from what he said, as horrible as it was. Because I was wondering, like, why would this, like, perfect, sweet woman that we just saw be with this evil Jason that we know? And I think he kind of lays it out for us that she's used to being a caretaker and helping people and wasn't leaving a bad situation that she was in with him. It was horrible. And finally, when we see her in the moment with the nice Jason, she's decided to like leave that bad situation for the
Yeah.
first time.
That was really nice. And then she kind of like has this whole new life for herself with good credit and
But she has 2 vials.
she
So will
has
she use them?
Do you think that we'll see her
No.
again because she has the 2 vials? So I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't know. They're definitely leaving that door open.
season 2. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But the ending that we get too is wild because we're getting the setup that's like A Wonderful Life. They have it like the movie in the background at the theater that he's like running through the streets and we're gonna get the
Yeah.
happy ending. He's finally made it home and he's gonna maybe, go up the banister and it's gonna fall, the little knob's gonna fall off again. But no, we don't get that. We get this ambiguous, like he sees evil Jason with his family. And then he goes. Let me turn this up. He goes to the gun store to like try to equip himself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, him going to the gun store to try to like figure out how he's going to fight evil Jason is so silly because I was like, what in your mind, Jason, after catching the hands from Dawn, after catching that brutal whooping from Dawn, makes you think that you're going to be able to fight this guy off? So I kind of feel like he should have confronted evil Jason in front of the family.
And like also, this the reality of that too. Like, okay, you've spent like over a month, sleepless nights, try to get back to your loved ones. You see them through the window. Like, who would leave the vicinity? Like just hang around and wait till he's like upstairs or something. Like something.
I was expecting him to do that, yeah.
Why would you like that? Must be so hard after all that time to like physically leave the vicinity of somebody you finally found.
Yeah, after a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen. Oh, and then because there's the detective in this world.
Oh, yeah, Smiley Detective.
The Smiley Detective, as we
We
call
love
her.
her.
She's so good. And she was looking for Ryan. Evil Jason goes and grabs a random Ryan and brings him back and like cuts his hair and stuff and gets him super drunk, try to make it seem like he was on a bender. And he's trying to do that to essentially get the detective off of his trail. But I feel like it's not going to work.
Yeah, and then also we were wondering, like, is he actually gonna have that guy get caught, or is he gonna like kill him and make it look like a suicide? Because we get that scene too where like another Jason enters the gun shop and we're not sure if it's that evil Jason or yet a different Jason.
Yeah, well, because you were pointing out that he has the thing on his pinky.
Yeah.
And I don't remember good Jason getting hurt like that. And
Yeah,
so
I can't remember either. I feel like at some point in the season, one of our Jasons might have had that from throwing a punch. But that was earlier in the season. So it's like, is this another Jason going on a similar journey where he got split at a different decision point?
yeah, and we were talking before we started recording, like in the title sequence, we see like a bunch of different Jasons and other characters all trying to like fighting on the different blocks. So maybe there are like a bunch of Jasons converging on this world. Like what's gonna happen? So I'm interested to see if this is a third Jason or if there is just a confrontation between our two Jasons. I'm also interested to see if anyone finds out because, like, no matter what happens,
Hmm.
how do you resolve all the damage that's been done? You know, so
Yeah. And I
but
mean, at this point too, like Daniela is estranged from evil Jason. Like she says, like, I feel like we're strangers. So I'm hoping that if like our original Jason explained then it would completely make sense to her because this guy seems like a different person to her anyway.
yeah,
But we'll see how they resolve it all. We also got to see Max, which was interesting. And it was even more of a twist because it's like, okay, Max and Charlie in this alternate world are both alive, but like Max is going through something because he had to have some sort of heart like transplant where maybe a 10-year-old girl or something died and gave him her heart and he feels guilt about that.
yeah, he's has survivor's guilt about it, and it seems like that world's Jason and Max don't necessarily have a good relationship, um, and so it was interesting to see like this our version of Jason, good Jason, like trying to parent Max and reacting to seeing his son, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, that was really
It
sweet.
was a sweet moment. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder like if people found out since Good Jason doesn't have any vials or anything left to actually use the box,
Mm-hmm.
would just like showing people the box and explaining it be enough, or would they be like, "Nah, you're making this up or whatever. We're going to take you to jail or whatever." So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
I
I'm,
hope his family would believe him.
I hope so.
And that's what I'm hoping for in the next episode.
We'll see what happens. I love this show. I can't wait to see.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us. We're at Take This TV on Instagram and TikTok. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, it's dangerous to watch TV alone.